Hi, I'm Rebecca Brandt, and today's recipe is the crispiest pork chops on the outside and the most juicy and tender on the inside. The ingredients for this dish are really thick pork chops because those are the most luscious. But you could really use any kind you like. And it's taken a bath with milk and eggs, 1 cup of flour, breadcrumbs, and a second side recipe of pears and onion butter and brown sugar with S&P, salt and pepper. So preheat your pan. I put it on high because it's a big surface. The first step is pre-seasoning your pork chops. You gotta be really generous with this step because those pork chops are thick. It's snowing salt. And now for the fun part of this recipe. Put the pepper on it. Who created this pepper grinder? It's got a light, can you see that? Look at that light. This is my favorite part of the recipe. For instance, let's say you're at a candlelit dinner. Now you can see how much pepper you have on your food. I love this thing. It's my new toy. Flip them over and do the other side. And because these are so thick, you need to get all sides. I'm gonna be enjoying my pepper today. And add the salt to the other side too. And now let's put it in the flour. Add 1 cup of flour and dredge. So there's a thick coating of that flour on that pork chop. So for its bath today, crack 2 eggs and add 1 cup of milk. Whisk that up, whisk it good. Then put about a cup of breadcrumbs on a plate. And the sequence of events is flour, milk bath with egg, both sides, drip dry, and crumb coating all around. And you're gonna do that for all of your chops. Into your pan that's been warming up, put it on medium, and pour 1/2 to 1 cup of vegetable oil in there. My pan is extra big for all those huge pork chops, so I'm adding another cup. I'm gonna want the oil to cover half of the pork chops. Time for the fry. Into the oil bath they go. They had the milk bath, and now it's the oil bath. Oh yeah, I'm trying to shove them all in there. They need their personal space, so make sure you arrange them so the oil touches all parts of them. The National Pork Board recommends that chops, roasts, and tenderloins cook to an internal temperature of 145. So pierce your pork and put your thermometer halfway in. If it went all the way in, you would get the temperature of that boiling oil. You don't want that. I'm gonna prop it with Mr. Chicken. Woohoo for who-woo. They gave me the super fast digital food thermometer with a voice function, a light function, and a Fahrenheit and Celsius switch function. I love the side dish of onions and pears. Who Chef's knife sharpener works with just a couple of back and forths, just a minute or two, and you'll have a brand new fresh knife, super sharp blade. It has pads on the bottom so I can firmly hold it while you sharpen the knives. You don't want your knife to get away from you. Time to slice the pears. You want to cut your pear into little wedges to cook with your onions. You could use apples too, but I love the pears. So melt 1 stick of butter, that's 1/2 cup, and add your onions and your pears. And now I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar, or a little more, as the case may be. I love Who's magnetic measuring spoons. Is that fun or what? They'll always stay together in my drawer and not get all messed up. They're great for dry and liquid ingredients, and they're stainless steel. And there's 5. They go from 1/4 teaspoon up to 1 tablespoon. And they've even thought to give you a thin one on one side in case you need to reach into a spice jar. That's brilliant, because I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon of cloves and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. These ingredients are optional, but I think they're just fun to add. I'm gonna cook this on high. 1/2 teaspoon of salt and pepper finishes up the recipe. About 5 seconds worth for my taste. I'm gonna take my thermometer off because it's time for the flip. Oh yeah, look at that. That is the crunchiest crust of a pork chop. And last but not least, number 4. So aim, shoot, and fire your meat thermometer right into the center. Mr. Thermometer is gonna rest on the side. And I had so many pears and onions, I changed my pan. Look at that. What a side dish.
145.0 degrees Fahrenheit.
Nailed it. The meat thermometer even talks to me. Done, chum. You'll know your pear and onions are done when the fork goes in and it's tender. Oh my gosh, that looks great. Oh, and look at those pears and onions. Yum. The National Pork Board says to let it rest 3 minutes. That's because you want the juices to sit in there and be retained. And I agree. Look at that bite. Perfectly medium in the center. Gorgeous. That is crispy crust on the outside and juicy in the middle. But you really don't want to bite off more than you can chew. That was kind of big. Oh man. The only other thing it needs is a little pepper with my new toy. That's insane. Time for the pear and onions. Oh, extra onions, please. It's the onions on top that make this dish. Wow. Click the link below to get any and all of Hulu's great kitchen gadgets. They're super high quality and I love them.
And Hulu has arranged to give my viewers 60% off. So make sure you use that code in the description box. What a deal.
I'm Rebecca Brand. Subscribe to my channel and ring my bell to get notified of my new videos. And let's keep making great recipes in life, like the thickest, most juicy pork chops with a side of onion and pear on the planet. Time for lunch.